I see you, Hans. Yo, this is Dyson Knight, and we are at episode 59 of the Sup'm Show. And today, I have to apologize for not doing the topic that we promoted last week. We said we were going to do why we spend or why we buy expensive things. But I had to go back to the topic that we had originally, this backstage type talk now. In the backstage, we talked about, what is it we talk about? Let me bring in Aunt at this time. Hey, Aunt.
Hey.
Yeah, so I think this is a good time to just bring you in as I introduce the topic of the show for this week, which is the first date. Dating etiquette. The do's and don'ts. The woos and the won'ts. Hi. Because something went down. Something went down in social media where a young lady,
Shane Young. Right.
who she looked too good to be on the show. I think she would probably say
Shane Young. You're gonna address that problem. That part right there.
she's
Shane
not
Young.
young.
No.
Okay,
Go
well,
ahead.
a lady who says she looked too good to go to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, Cheesecake Factory probably have a no makeup rule or no hair extensions rule. I don't know what the rule is, or if the rule is on her side or if the rule is on Cheesecake Factory side. But that's the show. The first date, and then overall dating etiquette. How y'all been, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
That's good. That's good.
Busy,
So,
productive,
so I had some interesting points raised, and I want to jump in on the most exciting one. We had a post. We also saw a post from one of my good friends, and he had this post of, I think, what the dude name? The dude who have plenty children like me, but he have more than me. What's his
Nick
name?
Cannon?
Nick Cannon. Yeah, Nick Cannon. They have a picture of Nick Cannon next to a list.
Sorry, Nick Cannon.
That wasn't Nick Cannon?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I take it back then.
That's Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Thank you very much. Yeah, Michael
You don't
G.
have kids?
No. So I
No,
take it back.
no,
I
as much
was
as Dyson
thinking,
Knight.
no, trust me, you gotta be
That's
in
why I
this
was
race
surprised.
long in order to catch me up now.
That's what I
But
was surprised.
yeah, so it's Michael B. Jordan. I don't know how much kids he have, so I take that whole thing back right there. So sorry about that, Nick Cannon. He was my boy, and that's why I was kind of surprised
Nick
that
Cannon get a pass nowhere.
the list is what it is. I mean, Nick ain't worried about nobody. He go to Cheese Factory every day of the week. But yeah, so Michael B. Jordan is a picture of him. I don't know if it's his list, but he has one of the now famous lists of people who you shouldn't date. Or okay, all right,
No, this is the restaurants
Oh, she printed it out.
list.
Ah.
all right,
Restaurant. Okay.
I printed it out because we got to go over this. But
okay, all right, yeah.
We need,
So
we,
the
need
places
to, we need to
that
compare. We need to compare those two lists for sure. We need to compare those two lists.
all right,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Definitely.
Let's do that because okay, so where you can and can't take a lady on the first date, or where however the situation is, some tingsiness going on right here is all I can say. But I will bring on some points that kind of defend the young lady. So first of all, this dude say if she got kids, that's a no. She can't even go to Cheesecake Factory. What else is on the list?
you don't have the list, Dyson?
No, I don't have the list. I was on the fence with the list. And that's why I didn't really pay too much attention. One,
Which
because
one of the list we talking about? List for men or list for women?
the list
List for men.
of the list for men of
Of the
women
don'ts.
who not to date. Right,
Okay,
Right.
cool.
List of
Okay.
women not to date.
This is a men's
Right.
list.
right. So let's start there because we can put the men on game first. So this is a list of women who men should not date. So if she have kids or baby daddy,
Wait. You
that's a
said
no.
women who men should not date, or this is women?
Women, men,
No,
No.
this is a list. This is a
women
list.
who men should not date.
Women. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. Gotcha.
the women that men shouldn't date.
Got it.
Now, for me, I feel as though it's a fair warning to say if a female is in a certain situation, it's probably a red flag. But it's not an absolute, is my deal. It's not absolute. I believe in giving things chances, but a lot of times when you give things chances, you end up getting kicked in the by the chance. Not even by the person, but by the situation. Yeah. So who coming in on this first with me? Let's talk.
First
Which
one
one of
up.
these lists we coming at first?
Man,
The
anyone.
list with answer or the list for men?
Since I have a list in her
Yeah, you
hand.
go ahead. You go.
What
Since,
this list
since
is
you're
you have
so
in your hand?
excited and so studious and print up the list, you go.
Okay, so this is the list that's been going around lately, and it says, here is a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on first dates to. Now, I will say some of these I could see why not, but not because of a price tag, but because of scene, if that makes sense. Like, okay, first date, let's see here. I see a family function. I wouldn't want to go to no one's family function on a first date.
I
That's
agree with
Yeah,
perfect.
that.
that's
That's
awkward.
perfect. That's perfect.
You
I
think
agree
that's
with
Why?
that.
perfect?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why it's perfect because
But that's
go
number
ahead.
20 on the list though. That's number
hmm
20 on the list. That's way down to the bottom.
That's all the way down, right?
No, start
That
with number one. What's number
stop
one?
with number one. Stop with number
Number one is Cheesecake Factory.
What?
I don't know why that's on the list.
So
I
go to
see no
number two.
problem
Go to number
with a
two. We can
date.
come back to that. What's number
Number
two?
two, Applebee's. I'll list them all. Okay.
one. Go ahead.
Number two, Applebee's. Number three, Chili's. Number four, Chipotle. Number five, Olive Garden. Then the movies, Your House, The Guy's House.
Okay,
Pause
so
there.
that's
Pause
everywhere.
there. Pause.
So that's
Pause
it.
there. Let's
That's
let
it.
me add. So obviously in 2023, women are no longer hungry.
That's
Y'all
it.
ain't hungry no more. Y'all don't want to eat.
I
I
guess
know.
they
I
don't.
noticed very conspicuously. Pizza Hut is not on the list. Kentucky Fried Chicken is not on the list.
Uh-uh.
Burger King is not on the list.
Wendy's and McDonald's ain't on this either.
Well,
It's on the
pause.
list.
It
Churchill.
did say fast food restaurants. Any
Oh,
fast
okay.
food
Is it?
chain.
That is true.
Any.
That is true. Okay. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
So let
Okay.
me get this. Let me get this straight. You don't want to go to no chain restaurants. You don't want to go to no fast food restaurants, and you don't want to go to my house, so I can't cook. So you just don't want to eat.
Period.
You want to go on a date, but you don't want to eat. How about a walk through the park? Is that
That's
on the
a
list?
beautiful date. That's a nice date. No, wait.
It's not
Let
on the
me
list?
see. It is not on the list.
All right. So there you go. Okay. So let's go from there. The list doesn't have a walk in the park. How about the gym?
No. The gym is on here.
The gym is on there?
But I could see why not, though. I feel like the gym can be. I don't see how a first date could be at the gym.
I agree with that too.
But that
The
all
gym is a good
depends on if
place.
the female's in the fitness though. If the
Yeah.
female's in the fitness and you meet her in the gym, if you meet her initially in the gym,
Right?
then she may have not a problem with meeting up again in the gym, and then y'all go, somewhere else from that point forward.
Right.
Yeah,
But
It
the
all
you
somewhere
depends.
can be
else would be the
sweaty.
date. The meeting up to work out would be meeting up to work out.
But what were you saying, Ken?
Yeah,
saying?
meeting out to work out is a different definition in my book.
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
I'm just saying the gym is a kind of a personal space for me. So I agree if she's a gym rat like I am, then maybe. But
Let me
for
get
some type of fitness event, like say like a marathon run or something like that, maybe
a
if
sports event.
if she's into that. She's
But
not.
what-
Okay. So hold on. Let's this because that we ain't getting into the juice.
Okay.
I have another comment from this juicy part now.
Mhm.
My good friend, I call her my little sister. She says women want the date, so they settle for whatever. And what that lady was trying to tell them is that women should not settle for just anywhere, or they shouldn't want to be in a relationship so bad that they would just allow a dude to take them anywhere. Now I see you giving me the squinty eyes. What's happening?
Wow.
I just think that's bogus. I feel like if you want to get to know someone, as long as it's a safe space, it shouldn't
Right.
really matter.
Y'all ever know? Y'all notice that list, right? That answer's reading off. Y'all notice that every single one of those places does not benefit her in no way, shape, or form. not you, Ans, the female. It just doesn't benefit her. It's like I don't get it. This doesn't go for every single female. So for you girls, I think I'm talking about every
I
other
hear ya.
female. Pull your big girl pants up. We ain't talking about every female. We're talking about the majority. All right.
Mhm.
But
Like,
I
in
think
my
that's my point.
opinion, all these places that they want to be taken to benefits them. So you mean to tell me, as
I
now I can't speak for bum ass niggas. All right.
right.
Mhm.
I can't speak for bum. I'm not a bum ass dude. I can't speak for dudes who ain't out here getting it. But you mean to tell me if I'm a man that's established, work all my life to get myself to a particular point in life where I'm financially stable, you know, potentially own a business. What do you bring to the table as a female on the other end to me? Because I'm initially coming out of my pocket
She
like
answered
crazy
that.
for you.
She
What do
say
you
she
bring?
say she say she looked good.
I don't care about
yeah,
that.
but
Wait, you guys, though. But JP already said he would require her to bring something to the date.
I'm right.
Okay,
What?
so I
What?
mean,
What that is? What that is, JP? What she bring into the
She got,
date?
bro, she got to bring a bottle of wine. She got to bring something.
see?
You,
So
you,
he
you ain't
has
just going to show
requirements.
up empty handed and be like, hey,
So
here I
she
am.
can have
Because,
requirements too.
here's my thing. Here's my thing. Maybe that flies for certain men, right? But
Hmm.
other men like myself, Ken Bazard, Dyson Knight, and a few other people I know, getting women ain't no problem. Getting a good looking woman ain't no problem. So you got to come with more than that.
Well,
So
maybe
this
she's
person
not
say it's
just
about
good looking. Maybe she comes with more.
this person saying Dariana is saying it's because of social media. I'm not following exactly. So you can't claim to have high standards with where you'll go, but nothing else in your life represents high standards. Okay, I understand it because it's
Yeah,
one of my points too. That is a very powerful statement. And
It
yeah,
and
is.
I
if I
agree.
am to just say what I get from that is that if I was saying this, if she have a good job, or even if she have an inheritance,
Shout
and
out to K
she's
Mac. K Mac say, take him to the hot dog stand.
if she if
We
she have an
definitely did not go to a hot dog stand first date.
Yeah,
That was
whatever,
the
man.
first
So
time there.
the cat out the
you end
bag.
up
It's
there
cool.
though.
It's cool. It's cool. It's
If
cool.
if you have everything going for you, right? Let's say you have an inheritance, not even if you have a job, but it'd be even more if you was a hardworking woman and
Mhm.
you used to good quality things, you used to lobster and steak and all these other type things, and then you decide that you're gonna go on this date because you have everything except a man.
Yo, that's a good point right there, bro.
Pun
You're right,
intended.
bro. Slowly but surely you turned into me. Go ahead.
Right? And you have all these things, your car nice, and then somebody pick you up in a putt and want to take you to Cheesecake Factory. You be like, Cheesecake Factory? What are you talking about? What is that? It now, but if you and your girlfriends go to the cheese factory every other week. You know all about the cheese. In fact, you probably used to work there. No offense to anybody who's working hard, right?
Bro, you still work there.
But then you want to say that this person can't take you to the Cheesecake Factory? You on one. You'd feel I thinking you a little dizzy.
well, Dyson, I gotta say, I haven't dated for a while, right? I mean, when I say dated, me and my wife, we just been on a date, and I actually posted about this on our date on Friday, right? But I haven't been on a date in a while. But when I was dating around, where I took the woman kind of determined, uh, I
Uh-oh.
guess, my level of interest,
Mm.
if you will.
Yeah.
Now,
So the
back in
location
the
does
night,
matter.
back in the 90s, Olive Garden was a big deal. I
A
don't know why
little bit.
Olive Garden on this list. Olive Garden was a big deal. So I don't know how Olive Garden get to be on this list. But not to say I can't say I disagree with what Warren said, but I wanna kind of give another viewpoint to what he said because I believe that the date really is all about the woman. Only the woman benefits from the date. Man doesn't benefit. He could go out and eat without the woman. You don't need the
I
woman
mean,
to
he is
go out and eat.
benefiting from her time, though. He wanted to
Huh?
get to know her. Correct?
We can get time from beautiful women no matter where. It has to be a date.
Well, no
I could
one's
do that.
talking
I
about
could do that.
just.
But I could do that anywhere. I could do that on the
That's what I'm
phone.
saying. We do it anywhere.
I could do that.
Okay,
I
then
could do
why
that
are you
anywhere.
there? Then why are you there?
So let me tell you, my and I'm just talking about me, my dating
Sure.
habits back in the day. My goal, like every other creature in the animal kingdom, was to impress upon the woman my level of interest.
Okay.
Right?
Because why?
Now,
Because why though?
what was
You
the
wanted
purpose?
her.
The
Correct?
purpose varied.
So you
The
go on
purpose
grind.
varied. The purpose varied.
Oh, okay, but that's something that he
Listen,
wanted.
hold
So
on,
I don't
listen to
want
this
it.
clearly.
It should be a give and take.
Let me be clear.
I waiting
Let
for you
me
to
be
finish.
clear.
Let me write down some notes.
Let me be clear.
Sorry.
Let me be clear. The purpose varied based on the woman. And as a matter of fact, the purpose could change during that date.
Yeah.
Because I could have all intention, take this girl to Olive Garden and come to find out she really is a McDonald's girl, and I wasted my money in Olive Garden. You see what I'm saying here?
But they have free salad in Olive Garden though. I mean,
And breadstick.
Breadsticks too, buddy. Breadsticks.
What I liked about Olive Garden is the ambiance there, the music. It kind of had a little Italian romantic.
Artist.
Yeah, that Pepe Le Pew type
Oh,
vibe, you
like
know?
that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
Well, that's
But
flamenco. Sorry, that's flamenco. Sorry for that.
okay.
Anyway, it's Italian.
Listen, but hold on. This leads me, and I know that I'm not saying this in that there is a negative connotation in that, but I know that you do not connotate the negativity. When you display your level of interest by the place that you take this young lady, isn't that indirect way of saying that you feel if you spend more money that she would be more interested in you? Meaning that we place women in a arena of the only way they're going to be interested is if they see, feel, or experience some money. Now,
Bingo.
No,
Bang.
what I'm saying is, as she becomes more valuable to me, then money is less of an object.
But
right?
she is more impressed. But she is more.
I don't think you should go all out on the first date. I think that's crazy because you don't know. Nobody know what they're getting. The woman don't know what she's getting. The man don't know what he's getting. I'm not gonna. If I sit up in Grey Cliff and I talking to a moron, I can be very annoyed. I can be really annoyed if I am in Grey Cliff and I talking to a moron. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why. This is why I said what I said in the beginning. This is why I said what I said in the beginning. Listen, I know that whole list and whatever. That's straight. That's complete garbage and bullshit. The best thing for you to do as an established man, once again, I can't speak on bum ass niggas.
Of course.
As an established man, right? The best thing for you to do is just meet at happy hour at a bar, bro. Where there's a bar and there's a table at the same time. You first meet to that bar, you talk, you get to know each other. Because why come with your pocket so crazy? For a moron.
Listen, gals don't want that. It's on the list. They ain't going to no bar.
Well, I guess they don't want this then.
As I said, they don't want to eat. They don't want to eat. They don't want to drink. Say no food. I think there's a saying in the Bahamas saying no food, no water, just what?
You know what I would love to hear, and it's a shame, Anans, we've said this before, it's a shame that you have so much sense and you're such a decent woman. But I need to hear, aside from these places, where am I supposed to take you? Like I need to hear.
There are other places.
Hold on, before we do that, though, Ans, I saw.
Yeah, because they got ice cream on there. Ain't nothing wrong with ice cream date.
No ice cream. No ice cream.
So, Ans,
hey,
I saw the way that you look when I brought up that point about the amount of money you spend being a gauge for how impressed with you you think she may be, right? So how far from the mark or close to the mark am I on that? Is a woman more likely to give a man the attention, whatever attention it is that he seeks, based on how much money he's spending on that first date?
Yes.
No.
I feel like that's a part of it. No one asked you, JP. Wait your turn. I feel like that could be a part of it. And I'm just speaking
Oh,
in general terms.
Right,
Okay?
right. So what is the part of it? Because
that was
I
good.
mean,
Because paired
we
with, okay, so just setting the scene, right? He plans the date. He tells you get dressed. This is the plan, whatnot, right? He takes you
right,
to a really nice restaurant, and while you're there, he's kind, he's patient, he's paying
Oh,
attention, he's listening. Now
oh,
that would be the way you'd want it to go. But
right,
rewind a little bit. The
yeah.
same beginning, but then when you get there, he's already asking you, okay, if y'all going to his house afterwards, or he's already trying to be very forward or inappropriate. Then that's a no. So
all right.
even
So
though it can start by, okay, the price tag, it still depends on the guy to sell it. Just like the doc said, you could get there and think that she's worth that, but then during the date it could change to maybe a McDonald's level. It goes the same way.
so
Yeah.
where y'all trying to go? Because it is even we can't even ask you because you are disagreeing with some of the things that's on the list. Are there a lot of women out there you feel just disagreeing with what's on this list? And what type of woman making this
Yeah.
list? That's what I need to know. What
Wait,
type of
if
woman?
You know
if you
what? The
can't
type
go
of
to the
women that
bar
want to
for
be
drinks,
social
where are you
media
supposed to
model.
go?
That's the
Where
That's
type
my
of
you
women
point.
who are making this list.
That's
Where
my
are you supposed
point,
to go?
bro. Where else are we going? Where else
who
are we
writing this
going if we can't even get a drink and just talk?
You
Where
can't
else we
even go
going?
to the bar for
for,
drinks. So
for, for,
The
for
bar
those
can be too loud.
for those who
There's
joining
different
in?
bars, you know. There's different
there's,
bars. There's bars. There's bars that you. Okay, for example,
but
is there not a bar in Great Cliff?
a Scotch bar.
Okay, is there not a bar in hotels?
Okay,
Yes,
yes.
Okay, and there is a bar on Porter's Key also, right?
yes,
And there's a bar on Fish Fry, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
yes.
So there's a difference between the two bars right there. Ain't nobody talking about going to Porter's Key where you're trying to chat with the girl and niggas fighting right beside you. We ain't talking about that type of bar, man.
I want to know
No,
who
but the
writing this
hotel
list.
bar where it's a nice setting. You catch a drink and you catch up and you get to know each other.
I
That's
wouldn't
quiet.
take a yeah, I personally wouldn't take a lady to a bar where I know I can't hear the
That's it.
conversation and we can't talk. We
Right.
definitely could do that. But so where we take it where would you want to go on a first date?
Hot dog stand, bro. K-Mac already said it.
He say
Anywhere
Italian
that's
restaurant,
quiet,
Pizza
anywhere
Hut.
No, he
that's
said
quiet
hot dog
enough,
stand too.
He said
anywhere that's
Pizza Hut.
quiet enough for conversation.
Hot
That
dog
would
stand.
be good for a first
So
date. As long as it's
the
safe.
so the purpose, okay, so let me stick right there. The purpose of a first date is to talk and get to know each other better.
In person, yes.
What that have to do with how much money I spend?
Well, the good doctor just said it depends on how much interest a man has in a woman is how much money
Honest,
he's
we
gonna
ain't
spend.
want to hear from the good talk. We want to hear from you.
No,
We
because
want
you
to hear
can't
from you.
ask me. The amount of
Yeah,
money
Okay,
doesn't matter
okay.
to me.
listen. You specifically said
Mm-hmm.
that there's some places on that list that you
Yes,
gotta agree with.
I
So
agree.
why?
Okay.
Why?
Okay. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'll tell
Which
you.
Please
yeah,
go.
Let
yeah,
me
Please
get
yeah.
to the
elaborate.
ones.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
First, your house. Definitely not gonna happen.
I'm a
On a
chef
first
though, but I'm a
on
chef.
a
I'm
okay,
a chef.
well, that's not happening. Not on the first
Okay,
date.
okay,
And
Ans.
yes.
Just suppose, because that's been a first date place for me before. So just
That's all cap
suppose.
for these girls, bro.
Hold
But
on, hold on, hold on,
pause.
hold
It's
on,
not cap.
hold on.
He is speaking of his experience, not mine.
No, listen. What I'm
Hey,
trying to
doctor,
say is this, right? Half of
okay.
these gals out here, bro. Half of these. Listen, more than half of these gals out here, they're just interested in the after party, just like you. But see, females have to save face. You see, they can't come out and say that. They can't come out and say that, bro.
Say,
If you tell,
Thankfully, we have you to speak for us. Good job.
huh?
We
Was
have
that?
you to speak for us, right?
No, we have you to speak for y'all.
Because you don't want to hear what I gotta say. When I said it, you
let's
said
let's
that.
hear what answer have to say, please.
Let's hear what you have to say. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. So
Places on the
wait,
list you agree with.
what I also agree with, right?
Yes.
His house, no, not happening. The gym,
Okay.
that's a no.
Okay.
Church, no way.
You don't
Uh-uh.
believe in God?
When I'm in church, and I'm in the midst of praise and worship, I don't want nobody trying to talk. Don't try to talk to me. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm there for fellowship and worship, and that's it. So
And it's
no.
not a sin. It's not a sin if you come by my house. It's not a sin.
Yes, but I think it's unsafe in this generation to just go
No,
to a man's
I
house
would
on
be
the
very
first
safe.
date
Come by
without
my house.
properly knowing him. Period.
Okay. Hold on. Time out. Kent, of course, Kent, do you remember what you had to say?
Oh,
I do remember, yes. But my
Yes, please.
question was,
Yes.
and since most of my dating life, I was a college student. So when I was a college student, I was fortunate to have my own apartment, right? But a lot of my friends stayed on campus. So their first date with somebody might have been in the cafeteria or even in the what do you call the room in the dorms,
The lounge?
the foyer in the foyer the foyer in the dorms. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Mhm.
mean, so I'm saying, what about situations like that where okay, no. So the question is, don't women realize that different men have different potential or different ability? Because I could not afford to take a woman to barely to Olive Garden at that point in time.
They don't care about your potential,
any
bro.
woman that I
They
know
don't care
knows
about your
this.
potential.
So not even potential, but my capacity at that time,
That's
at
the
that
question.
moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm a student, right?
Mhm.
I'm in school. Still living off my parents. I just got out of high school. I'm fortunate that I have an apartment when most other
Okay, so
people don't.
one shaking his head. Let's
Nope.
dig into that one.
Nope.
The question is, does a woman care about your
No.
Do they
potential,
care?
No.
even
You know
though
what she cares about? She
go,
cares
go ahead.
about how you make her feel on that date. She don't give a damn about your living off your parents. She don't give a damn, but you guys got an apartment, you're in school. She don't care about none of that. She
I feel
cares
A
about
so
how
woman
you
that
make her
sadness for
feel
you,
on that date.
JP. I really do.
I
What's
don't
that?
think it's
Huh?
for JP. I don't think it's for JP. I
For
think
any
it's
man that thinks like him, because I don't know what kind of arena of women y'all have dwelled in to where that's their only interest.
and that's a
Hold on,
good
hold on,
that's a
hold on.
good
You speaking to
question.
the hold on, Dyson. You speaking to
Okay.
the legendary nasty 5+1 now. Hold on now.
Oh boy.
Hold
That
on.
makes
Oh
sense.
Lord. Oh Lord.
We've been around the
Ants,
world and aye.
Oh,
Hold
So
on.
I'm
absolutely.
letting you know.
Let me get it. Let me
seriously,
get it.
Ants. No,
Oh,
seriously though,
oh,
Ants.
oh.
You women like yourself who have your point of view in the minority,
I don't
Mhm.
and
believe that. How am I?
probably a
How
dying
I don't
women
believe
like
that.
my.
Okay, let
I'm
go.
telling you.
There's just no way that you are more around more women than I am. So I
Oh
have to
yes,
disagree.
yes, no.
No,
True.
that's a lie.
The thing is, hold on.
Mhm,
Listen to reason. Just listen to reason for a second. The
mhm.
thing is, we the men are dating the women, and this is going to take me to another point that was made. You are not dating these women,
Yep.
and a lot of women say. I mean, this person says that
Hot party and juice. There you go, okay, man.
women
I know hot dog.
women put on a facade during that first date. So do men, people. I can even say people.
Yeah, people.
The person you meet on that first date is the best version of that person that they
Mm-hmm.
could possibly
Mhm.
be that day.
Speak on it.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe.
And especially if a person is a more mature person like this one who brought on this whole conversation, this lady who doesn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory, she has very mature expectations. She's not settling for anything. She don't
But I
want.
feel like she was rude.
Oh, she was
Very.
beyond rude.
You
And
know what's so funny, bro? You know what's so funny? All that complaining but what you don't accept and you can't take it here and you can't take it there, right? There's a dude out there that she really like that ain't gotta do none of that.
no,
You understand? There's a dude out there who she's really feeling and really interested in that ain't gotta do none of that.
But
She
that
wanna
point
go,
right there is what's most important. And this is what I said earlier. When a
yeah,
woman is truly interested in you, it does not matter.
fine,
right. So
It
fine.
so
just
so so
doesn't
we all
matter.
can agree, right? So we all can agree. When can you be so sure that it's not gonna turn out like how she acting? That's why I always tell men all the time, pay attention to women that pay attention to you. You can't pay attention to random chicks because you think she pretty or you think she this she that, and come to find out her brain's just full of dog shit. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to
it's,
say.
let me ask
Real
this.
talk. Because there's some guy. Listen, she right now. There's a dude out there that ain't gonna take her nowhere. The nigga telling her he ain't taking nowhere, and she gonna get her back blown out, and she gonna let him blow her back out.
No, now that's another version of stupid too.
Right, fellas. Cat Bazaar, Dyson Knight. Right or wrong?
You're
Right.
absolutely right.
All right. That's all I want to say. Go ahead.
So here's the deal, and this is a very good question, a point that came up because a lot of people and please feel free to message me on the side, throw your comments after the show. I read them all, and I bring a lot of these things into the actual dialogue. So this person is saying now that a woman should know where she's going beforehand. You should know where this date is going to take place. You shouldn't be pulling up to a place and then being all surprised that you at the Cheesecake Factory and that you then spend and that's another point. Anyway, ask questions. Ask questions. Do you tell when you was dating at the Olive Garden, you'd be like, hey, Susie May, I really like your style. I want to take you to the Olive Garden for some free salad and
I think all he would need to do is say you either getting dressy, like casual dressy, or like more formal or semi-formal. Like that's really all I think is necessary.
The
so you think
best dates, the best dates out there are not planned. The best dates are not planned.
but what happens
Don't
when
even say
what
nothing,
happens
bro.
in an
Just show up, pick her
Mhm.
ass up, and y'all do
No,
what y'all do.
no,
All right.
Yeah,
no
I
but
one,
like
see,
to
no one's
yeah,
picking me up at my
I
house on the
feel
first date.
I feel you. I feel you want, but I like to combine that. I might plan the first half of the day,
Uh-huh.
and then the second half is kind of wing it.
Right.
To me, I have more fun doing that
okay,
because I mean,
so
but at the same time, though, at the same time, and again, a date can be multiple places. They could have started out at Cheesecake Factory, and he may have decided to carry a flipping shopping in one of those high-end late night malls or something. Like I mean, you understand what I'm saying? So is unfair to have that type of response, in my opinion, to someone you just met, who you carrying out for the first time, who you don't know nothing about. She was
Mhm.
already an hour late, according to the guy in the video. She was an hour late,
Oh wow.
right? And so they missed their
reservation.
reservations. He actually
Mhm.
Yeah.
had reservations to a different place. So that was a backup plan. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Mm.
she's
Yeah.
mad,
Yeah.
and she's mad because of that. But at the same time, even if that was the first place, let's say I find a good one for me used to be the movies. You carry the girl to the movies,
Mm-mm.
or maybe we go to like something quick to eat before the movies, like a
That's a
Denny's or something
no-no,
like
bro.
that.
That on the list, but go ahead.
Okay.
I know it on the list,
Now, but I like the recovery. Someplace
but
first,
I
and
know
then
where I'm.
okay.
I know how long. I know how long. In many cases, after that little Denny's, couple minutes in Denny's, I'm like, you know, what? I have some work to do. I can drop you home, and I can later because I realize I don't want to spend any more time with this female. So that's happened to me a few times where I cut the day short.
I
So
got you.
so
Why?
if I was in
Why?
if I
Why you cut it short?
because after talking to her, I realized I don't want to be associated with
So
her.
so so let me ask you something. So would you have feel? How would you have felt, right? If let's just say you didn't take her to Denny's. Let's say you did take her to Cheesecake Factory or Great Cliff from one of these expensive places, only to
Reckless.
find out that y'all ain't connecting. How would you feel then?
That is exactly my point. I would be
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. And this
highly,
is why you don't initially take anybody to these big expensive restaurants. You don't even know their personality yet.
and I think it's
They have to
ridiculous
earn that, bro.
I think I agree, and I think it's ridiculous to assume
Yeah.
that you deserve
Yeah.
to go there on the first date,
You
and
gotta
you
earn
don't
that.
know
I mean, but if you can
you.
afford it, then why not, JP?
If say what?
If you can afford it, then why not?
Because everybody don't get to enjoy my gift giving, so to speak. Everybody don't get to enjoy that.
I mean,
It
but you
doesn't
get to
matter if
eat
I can
too.
afford it or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
So
the
you
point.
never.
That's not for everybody to enjoy. You have to earn that. Whether I could afford it or not, that's not the point of the whole situation on a date. If you want
How
a
do
date, you're taking somebody who ain't worth it to go to an expensive restaurant, then who's losing in the end? I
how do
am.
you how do you earn that? How do you earn
Right.
it?
Hmm.
Exactly what Ken said. You have to have something going on in your head to have a decent conversation. You know what I'm saying? You have to have something going on. I mean,
You
you don't
know,
necessarily have to be super, knockout dead gorgeous or pretty or anything like that. You can be okay, but you got to at least be able to carry somewhat of a good conversation.
Sure.
Because look where we're at. You can't just show up and be on some dumbass shit and expect me to take you serious.
What do you consider dumbass shit?
That when we have a conversation, you can't carry a conversation. Or let's just say every time we have a conversation, it's either some drama situation you're going through in life. I don't want to hear about that no date.
Ugh.
I don't want to hear. I don't even care about what your drama. Me and you on a date. Let's talk about neutral things. I don't want to hear about what you're going through in your life. Let's talk about something else.
Dyson, Dyson,
so
it's a good time to bring up. It's a good time to bring up that next list.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, let's do that. So now this is the list of is this the list of men women
Women,
shouldn't date?
women,
Women, men
women,
shouldn't date.
women, men shouldn't date.
Yes, women men should not date.
Let me hear this.
No, this is a list of yes, women that men shouldn't date. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's pull up that list.
Go ahead. Read it.
And whilst we pulling it up, I just wanted to stick it in there that actually it's gonna come up in the list.
Yeah.
It's gonna come up in the list. So
You
there's
gotta find that
also
exact list.
whilst we have the women out there saying what they will and won't settle for. And I do agree with some of these things.
Same.
And there's some things that you need to be on guard with, like Erica says here, a guy would continuously ask to come by her place. He want to come by her place, but he never asked her out on a date.
So why
So
you even talking to that dude?
I was just gonna say that.
Why
Why?
you even
Why?
talking to him?
How does he have a chance to be
Exactly.
continuously?
You already know what he into. Why you even talking to him?
That's a
yeah,
lot.
Right.
so what a time. So
He doesn't
now
want a date.
he don't
He
want
doesn't want a
he,
date.
he don't want to eat
it.
either.
He
He
doesn't
don't
want a date.
he don't want no food.
That
So
right there, that right there should tell her one thing and one thing only. You already know what he's trying to get at. So why you even entertain it?
or maybe he could bring a bottle of wine when he come. How about that? Would that
Sometimes
work?
I feel like women just enjoy men, whoever they are, coming at them because they'll see red flags and just skip right over it. Oh, that's him texting me again. He wants to come over. Why? How does he
That
still have
was
access?
that was the point my little sister was making, where women are desperate for the relationship. So in the front end, when they on this first date, aka interview, they accepting of everything, and then they get into a relationship with this person who has taken them to Cheesecake Factory and know they can't cheat. They probably lactose intolerant and all, and they spend 2 years inside the marriage, and then realize, you know what? I thought I could.
Yeah.
I was happy and giggly and smiley when we had the bridesmaids and the 12 tower cake and all this other type stuff. That was splendid. But if this man take me to Cheesecake Factory one more time, I'm gonna pack my clothes when he go one more time. My clothes we pack when he go to work, and I'm leaving.
That's
And
when you
and
go.
and
That's when you go to Wendy's.
and you know that's not on the fault. I mean, and men do it too. I don't think that's on the fault of that is let me just call the whole thing a fault. That is the problem with being on your fake behavior from the first date, because
Agreed.
that's the foundation.
That is the problem. Also, I like to add to what you say. That is the problem when men lead with their wallet. You
Oh
can't
yeah.
lead a relationship with your wallet.
Oh yeah.
However you come into the relationship, it's most likely how you're going to end. Trust me when I tell you that.
Fox, you got the list, Kent? Or I gotta Google it.
I got it. I got it.
All right, let's dig in.
Number one on the list:
Mhm.
single mothers.
Okay.
Okay.
Number two: women with a lot of tattoos.
Wait. You hit the list. Each just give a yes or a no.
Oh,
Meaning
that's a
I
fantastic idea.
agree or disagree. Yes, you two answer. Let me put you right in the middle. Yeah.
Single mothers.
Okay.
Single
All
All right,
mothers.
single mothers.
Single mom. That all depends
Yes.
on the age of the child. And it all depends on if the father is still in the life.
I agree with
So,
that.
so we're
Regardless,
saying, so question, we're saying we agree that this is not a woman to date,
yes,
or
Yeah.
we
not a woman to date.
disagree.
If you don't have any children,
Mhm.
you should probably stay. It'll be smart. I mean, it's not a definite. When you agree, it doesn't mean that ain't no way you could do it, because I've dated many women that had children already, right? And I thought they were beautiful people.
Mhm.
But anyway, that's neither here or there. I agree that, but it's more difficult. It's a more
It is more
complicated
difficult. It
situation.
is.
So
Mhm.
if it's gonna
I disagree.
complicate your life, then I agree.
Right.
Why
I
you disagree, Hans?
Because I'm a divorced mother.
Mm-hmm.
When I met my husband, I had
Mm-hmm.
children from my previous marriage of an abusive relationship. So, I mean, if I can't sit here and say I agree to that, because that was my life at one point.
Was your
But
baby daddy constantly in and out of your life during that time?
What do you mean? When I was single, when we were divorced?
No.
yeah,
When you met your now husband, K-Mac,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
Was your previous baby daddy in and out of your life, making things difficult for you trying to start something new with K-Mac?
My ex-husband, not
Yes.
baby daddy,
Okay,
was
that's okay.
not in our relationship. He had
Mm-hmm.
nothing. There was nothing. The only time we speak ever
Mm-hmm.
is it has to truly be an emergency, because
Good.
the older kids have phones, they have access. That's
Right.
never been an issue. And we don't
so
live in nowhere in
Hence,
the same city.
hence why I say it all depends on the situation.
Ah,
That's
okay.
why I said that.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I,
wha-
I I agree with that too. It depends on the situation. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on the child. I don't think it's a no across the board. I
Right.
think if it's a very young mother, I'd be concerned, because I'm wondering what type of decision was made, especially if it was like out of wedlock, or someone you're not in a serious relationship with, or it's somebody who got three dreadlocks in his head, one lock here, one lock there, one lock there. Then I know, nah, let's
here,
not
Right.
go
here
ahead.
here's from experience. I'm telling people, if you are single, a man, and you don't have any children, do not bother with no woman with kids. The reason being, when you get into that relationship, it's way easier for a man to fall in love with a woman's somebody with another man's child than it is for a woman to
Yes.
fall in love with another woman's child. You're gonna get
Yes.
attached to that child, and if that
Agreed.
relationship doesn't work out, it's gonna be a problem for you, and that's gonna be a draw back into something that's probably not
Agreed.
a healthy situation. So that's why I say I agree. Stay away from it.
Let's move the
So
list along, man. That's number two.
number two.
List women with a lot of tattoos.
Now
What you
we
call a
talking about
lot?
hidden tattoos or just all over the place?
I I don't know. I guess
You
all
What
mean
do
a
you
over
tat
guys?
a
face.
tattoo on her face? Okay.
wh-
I think I think
What
I
is?
think I think
What's the
I think
definition of a
face.
lot? More than two?
I don't know. I don't know. I like tattoos, but I think face tattoos on a woman is
Yeah.
Prison,
you know,
kind of
Yeah.
prisonish.
kind of
Well,
prisonish.
you know what they're actually trying to say when they say women with a lot of tattoos. And you have women with a lot of tattoos that have them seen, basically arms. No matter what they wear, you can see it. That represents the impulse nature of that particular female.
Yeah,
So, they'll just make a crazy decision based off of how they feel for the moment. Maybe they went through something and just tattoo. But you got to understand that when you put a tattoo on you, that's there forever. That's nothing you can just take off, you know?
that's a very good point.
King would
That's a
say
very
no
good
Mhm.
Trump
point.
stamp.
You know the
No
Trump.
Trump
Everybody
stamp.
know what a Trump stamp? Everybody know what that is?
Tell
I know what a
us. Tell
Trump
us.
stamp is.
That's
Tell
that's
us.
that tattoo coming up from behind like this, coming up from your butt.
Right
Right.
above the butt.
But you know
Yeah,
what, though? That's
Rick
the first
Ric
place where
Flair's.
all females get a tattoo for some reason.
Why?
Yep.
Why females putting tattoos right there, Hans?
I have no idea. And I did it on
Okay.
my 18th birthday.
See what I say?
Hmm.
And I say almost all. See, she did it. I didn't even know. See, I told
And
you.
but I can tell y'all one thing. Literally, and this is why I feel
Jamel,
like
what up?
a person, well, a woman, a person who, is okay with evolution. The person
Uh-huh.
I was at 18 versus the person I was even at 25, I regretted that so bad. I'm like, what
Yep.
was the point? It didn't
Yep.
make sense. There's
I
no
feel
purpose
you.
behind it, So
For me, I on the fence with that one. If she's a tattoo artist making a lot of money and she don't ever need to go He had a 9 to 5. She have
I was
tattoos on her
gonna
face.
say, what if she's an entrepreneur and she could just do what she wants?
But
Yeah,
shut
I like
that.
she's a
beautiful.
Listen,
successful entrepreneur.
we
I
all
like
know.
beautiful. I like beautiful.
Listen, we can agree, disagree all we want. We all know the majority of tattoo artists, they ain't got it all upstairs. That's a big red flag, bro.
Like
What?
keyboard players say. All
That's a
right, number
big red
three.
flag, bro. Come on, man.
Number three, Ken.
Number three, women who dress provocatively.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Agree.
I gotta agree with that too.
Agree.
Number four,
You mean on that
sex.
regular day attire type thing?
I would say I would get more specific, and I would say women who dress for attention.
There you go. I was just about to say it. Just about to
You know
say
what I
it.
mean?
That's it.
On
Yep.
a regular,
Some women are going to be sexy no matter what they put on,
Mhm.
right?
and then some women are dressing to get you to look.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's a whole different person.
And then they
So
won't
you
complain
mean
about
women
you
that are
looking.
thirsty?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, thirsty trap setting women. Okay, I agree.
For attention.
I agree.
Attention. Yep.
Number four, sex workers. I think that's obvious. Sex workers.
Prostitutes.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's a negative.
Sex work is real work. Sorry, sex work is real work.
You got to support the naked hustle.
Sex, you know what?
Hey,
I can get
hey,
down.
they
I can
need a
get
job,
down with
right?
sex work. The OnlyFans thing is kind of like weird for me.
Yeah,
But sex work is
that's a
real
negative
work.
for me. That's a
Yeah,
negative.
that's a negative for me too. Go
That's a
ahead.
negative. Yeah.
That would definitely be a negative for me.
You heard it there first, ladies and gentlemen. Number five.
What's number five?
Instagram girls, bottle girls, escorts, that type.
Negative.
No.
And
Negative.
that
That's a
was the
hard no
group.
for me. I ain't dealing
That
with
was
that.
the group that I was talking about earlier, who I said I feel like that's the list that they made.
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe that's what
Yes. I agree.
Ariana was saying too. That's
I
because
agree.
of
I
social
agree.
media. Yeah.
I
Okay. So
agree.
yeah, I agree too. I'm not chasing no girl because she's an Instagram star. Go ahead.
She
Nah,
get rocks.
definitely not. Definitely not. The next point is pretty much the same thing. Large social media following. Pretty much the same.
Yes. Hard negative.
Thing. Okay. This one is interesting. A woman with purple hair.
That's a hard negative.
Why?
Because
I don't know.
once again, who the hell? Who? Listen to me. Listen to this now. What do you know in their right mind? Normal and have purple ass hair or red or red. Now we're not talking about. Hold on now. We ain't talking about highlights. We ain't talking
Okay.
about coloring your hair blonde and then black.
Okay.
We talking about someone that actually go to the salon and say, you know what? I think purple look good in my hair. You got a few screws loose. I ain't dealing with that.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
don't want to
they're
eat.
just a free spirit.
I don't listen. Free spirit is a big red flag too.
What?
A woman that's free spirit is a big red flag.
What is
That means
what is
whatever
a free
comes into her
spirit?
life,
It's
whatever
just like
comes to her
sex
life,
work?
she just allows it.
You mean like
Wait,
sex
say it
work,
again?
free spirit? What are you saying? What
What
free
are you talking
spirit?
about?
What does that mean? What does that mean? What
Let
does
her,
it mean?
let her understand you because maybe my
Yeah.
definition is different. Let her go.
Yeah,
I mean,
what is
when
this
I
free
think of
spirit?
a free spirit, I feel like a person who's very open-minded.
Open mind is a
Who
big red
doesn't?
flag.
Who doesn't?
Open-minded.
Who's open-minded?
Yeah.
Who's open to
Do you
different
want somebody that's open minded?
possibilities?
Come on, man.
Who doesn't have to fit into what society considers the norm?
And you want your husband to be open minded?
She could
You
be
want K Mac to be open minded?
How do you know my
Listen,
husband
hold
is
on,
open-minded?
hold on. So you mean to tell me if K Mac come home one day and say, you know what? Hey, baby, I just decided to be free minded today, and I just going purple on the hair. What's up? How you feel?
I would ask him why.
Why? But he's free minded. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. I would ask
Okay.
him why he felt like doing it. Now, if he
Because he
said he
feels
felt
free minded.
like, example, my
Yeah.
kid just asked if he could dye his hair blonde
He's
with
a kid.
red tips.
He's a kid. We're talking
So
about grown ass
he's
adults now.
15.
He's still a kid. How old K Mac is? I ain't trying to put him on there. K Mac should be above 30, right?
He's about 30.
Okay, if he's above 30, why the hell you want to put his hair purple?
Because if that's something he wants to do, that's something he wants to do. That's
So you
not
should
your
be cool with that
prerogative.
then. So you're cool with that.
I would be cool with it.
So you can come on, stop.
Just
Move
for
on.
that
I
one.
would
Just for
be
that
cool
one.
with it.
My next show, my
Stop.
next Watch me. I could be in purple everything.
Guess what? I could dye my beard purple. Come on, bro. Stop. My wife
Exactly,
will kick
Debbie.
my ass if I dye
Free-minded
my
does
beard
But
not
purple. I
have
don't
to
want to
I
be
make
around
think
me.
wild decisions.
I
y'all got
think
a problem with
I think
hairstylists. They got a problem with hairstylists, Debbie. What you say, bro?
I agree
yeah,
with that.
I think Debbie kind of hit the point there. You know, free
Yeah.
minded doesn't always mean
It doesn't mean wild.
doesn't
But
Nine
always
in
times
my
out
I
of
know, I
10,
know.
I
opinion,
agree.
but in
But
my
nine times
opinion,
out of
purple
10,
hair is
when
not
you
wild.
females say free minded, when you females say, listen, when the word free minded is thrown around, it's
Hmm.
okay. But we got to agree now. When you see a female say they're free minded, that's a red flag.
Are
Can't you
we? Are
understand
we?
somebody that said they're free minded? Be
I
real.
know. No, I agree with you. You know, but it's a red flag. That don't mean I can take her on a date, but it is a red flag.
It's a red
I
flag.
mean, because
I
you
don't
may want to.
understand.
I need
Sorry,
to
go
know what
ahead,
that
Hans.
means. I
No,
need to
no.
understand. I need to understand
Right.
what a free minded means.
Right.
I need to
I need
Ah,
understand what that means.
clarification. Because if you're
You see,
talking, I'm feeling like
because
we
that could mean
confusing free mind with open mind. Free
yeah, that could
mind
mean
or open
But,
that could
mind.
mean that
but bro, they
she wanna go
combined
she
the
wanna
two though.
go
That's a very thin line right there between
Okay.
free mind and open minded. It's just a very thin line.
Next on the
Very
list.
thin line.
She ain't getting
what's
no
on the
food.
list?
She ain't eat. What
next.
else?
She ain't getting no food. Next on the list,
The next list.
it's a big one. I think this should have been number one. A woman with promiscuous friends.
Oh yeah, hard negative.
You guys are so bogus.
Hold on, I ain't answer yet. Don't
Are we
put hey, don't
bogus?
group
I
me.
disagree.
Wait,
Whoa!
don't group me because I side with them yet. Let me get a
Hold
little
on.
bit more. I think promiscuous
Go ahead, bro.
friends. Okay.
We ain't talking about associates now. We're talking about but these your friends, people you talk to. These are people
Our
you see on the
friends gave
weekends.
me.
These your friends.
Okay, all right, Hans.
I
Hmm.
want
You
to
got a
hear.
friend who sleep. You got a good your best friend who sleep with people's husband and things like that.
Here's my
Oh, now
question.
wait a minute. Now that's not
That's a
only
red
what
flag.
promiscuous. That's not what. That's not the only thing promiscuous means.
Oh come
Yeah.
on.
No, no,
No,
no, no, no,
so it
no,
has
no.
a
I get it.
different meaning
Ain't
for
no,
you
ain't
now.
no, ain't no
I get it. I
criteria to
get it.
promiscuous.
I get it.
But that's what you're
If
thinking.
she's if what I'm understanding when you say promiscuous, it just means that they sneaky and they have a whole lot of partners. I mean they ratchet and they sleep with other people's man and all the same thing. They just
Dyson,
have a
what
lot of
comes along with being promiscuous? What comes along normally with being promiscuous?
having a lot of relationships going on, a lot of sexual
Okay, and
relationships.
normally what accompanies that behavior is what?
Purple
STDs.
hair.
Purple hair,
Did he
Sex
say
STD,
work.
red
purple
hair, all
hair?
that
Sex
shit.
work.
Come on, bro. Stop.
Tattoos on the face. Come on.
Oh yeah, you out of here. Tackles on the face. Fuck
Face
out of here.
tattoo.
Okay. So, but hold on. No, here's my question. Aunts,
Mm,
your girlfriends
yes.
are promiscuous.
Yes.
Is it possible that you could have three promiscuous friends who you type with, who you talk to on a daily basis, but
Hmm.
you be a woman of the cloth or maybe an upstanding,
Citizen.
decent female? Is it possible?
I don't think I've ever had three. I don't
It's
Just
think I've
not
have
ever
one
had
in the
possible.
crew.
three.
It's just one in the crew.
There was one.
I mean, because I mean, let's look at it. I know I always reference television shows. Let's go as far back as the Golden Girls. There was
Right.
four of them, and there was one who was promiscuous per se.
Yeah.
Blanche was the whore.
Right. Let's move on. Next one, man. Next.
That's mean. That's mean, bro.
Next
That's mean.
point.
That's mean,
What's
bro.
mean, bro? Come on,
Next one.
dude.
That's
Some people
mean.
don't even know about the
That's
Golden
mean.
Girls. Desperate
That's mean.
Housewives. In Desperate
That's
Housewives, there
mean.
was one who was really out there. You know, there's
And I mean,
the
and I don't even.
Kardashians. There's one or two that's out there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Dyson,
Next.
easy way to, and I could finish this really quickly. There's a
No
reason
promiscuous
why
guys.
there's not a married woman out there that's okay with their husband hanging around with their hoeing friends.
Thank you.
Okay, and there's a reason for that. It's the same reason. It's the exact same thing.
Yes.
Then let's move on. Let's move on, please. Next is,
Hold on.
Oh,
and I don't.
yeah,
Hold on.
hold on.
Okay.
Ask
Okay.
you
All
to
right.
look this now.
All right. That's just a simple
Ask
I
you to
one-off.
look
I
this
just knew
disagree
now.
it
with
was coming.
that.
Huh? Say again.
I just disagree with that.
So hold on, Dyson. I got this. Can you please put the camera on hands?
Okay. Done.
Thank you.
Done.
Now,
Done.
let me ask you something. So, if you have 3 to 4 highly promiscuous friends,
I
females,
don't, so I don't know. But go ahead.
so how you gonna disagree if you don't know?
Because no, I just don't agree that if you have a promiscuous friend, that means anything on you.
So you mean to tell me you cool with your promiscuous female friends being in the company of K-Mac when you ain't around? When you know what they into?
Excuse me?
Do you have a problem with promiscuous women hanging around your husband when you're not around? Now don't hit me with the shit saying, but I trust my husband. We know that. You see how I
Do you,
eliminate this now?
do you
Well, I
We
trust
don't
the
know
talking
why
gals?
you
about the
did that. You are
females.
not going to get me to say what you want me to say. And I
No,
do stand on the fact that I trust my husband, period.
okay, cool. So even if you trust him, are you still cool with that scenario?
It ain't about trust
Wait,
though.
with what scenario? With them two hanging out?
No, but them being around when you're not there.
Why would they be around when I'm not there? She's my
Because
friend.
that's what promiscuous people do. They find a way to be
No,
around.
you are talking about cheaters.
That,
When
I'm-
I think about
what's your definition of
someone
promiscuous?
being promiscuous,
Yeah.
right? The
Mhm.
first thing that came to my mind was a single female who does as she pleases. She may have a one night stand. She
No,
may talk to multiple guys at the same
No,
time or whatnot. This
no,
doesn't necessarily
no,
no,
mean that she is
no,
no,
sleeping with married
no,
men.
no. You
no,
could be
I'm
in a
just telling
relationship.
you
no.
what
You could
came to
be.
mind when I
You
heard the
could.
word.
Nah, Ants, you could be in a
Yes.
relationship and be promiscuous.
There you
Say
go.
it again?
That has not. That has. That you can be in a relationship and be promiscuous. That has nothing to do
Right.
with it.
Right.
All right,
I
You see what I'm
receive
let's
saying?
what you're saying, but
hold
I'm
on.
just saying that that's what came to mind when I heard the word.
Let's kill that and say gals who go around there with a bunch of other people, man, ain't gonna eat.
No.
Let's move on.
Okay.
All right. This next.
Next
This
on the
next one.
list.
This next one. I don't quite get. I think it ties into one of the earlier ones. It says women who travel alone a lot regularly, and
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a
I
hard.
think
That's a
Totally get
hard.
that.
That's a hard negative too.
Yeah.
they're referring to like a lot of these women who are being flown around the place by other men. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah.
You're talking
Yeah.
about
That's
women like
exactly what they
that,
mean.
stewardess, people they
Huh?
trap. Yeah, that's a red flag for me.
Why?
All right.
You don't know
Um.
why. You
No,
don't
I
know
would
why.
say
Stewardess.
I don't know why.
if she works at, let's say she works at the Cheesecake Factory,
Boy, you stop
and
on the Cheesecake
and
Factory,
she
boy.
does
Damn.
and she does a 5-day work week, and the 2 days that she's off, she went on a date after work with you one time, or maybe even before work, or maybe she had you meet on the lunch break and y'all talk and get to know each other. But on her 2 days off, she always traveling. But her family live around the corner from the Cheesecake Factory. She
Yeah.
always traveling. That's a red flag. The only
You
thing
know,
she eating is cheesecake. She ain't getting out of my dollar. Go ahead.
Why is it? Tell me why it's a red flag for a woman to travel alone.
Because
constantly, constantly.
one, one, one
What?
I'm
Cheesecake
curious.
Factory
I'm curious to know how
cheese
y'all think.
cheese one Cheesecake Factory money ain't buying you a ticket every weekend. So how you fly
Exactly.
in there?
What if she
For
Exactly.
me,
doesn't have the
for
same
me,
expenses as everyone else? What if she doesn't have
let me.
kids? What if
And
she's buying her tickets on
okay,
a Tuesday
okay,
and a
okay. Let me break
Wednesday?
this down. Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
She
Let me
ain't
break it
gonna
down.
eat. Go ahead.
Listen, here's the deal, right? A female that travels a lot, right? There now once again, we're not talking about all females. So please, y'all
Obviously.
relax.
Hmm.
But if a female is traveling on a regular basis, here, there, and everywhere, females very rare keep company alone. Very rare. Very rare. I don't care what nobody tell me.
Then I may as well not say anything. Go ahead.
So exactly, because the question is mine. So if a female, say
Okay.
if a female travels X, Y, and Z, she have people to meet up with. Most likely, she getting the back blown out. Let's just
And
be
on that
real.
note, next one,
Yeah,
please,
next
doctor.
question. Yeah,
Next on
next
the
one.
list.
Come
Her
Yeah,
back is
next on
blowing
the
out
list.
and she ain't gonna eat. Go ahead.
She can eat when she reach where she going.
Back
Here's
to
an easy
work.
one. Here's an easy one. Women who drink a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
no,
red flag.
yeah,
I agree.
fine.
Nah. That I disagree, but let's just move on. Next one. Next one. Next. No, but see, when we go back to that other topic we had, I think we were talking about why women don't climax. This sometimes some of them is need that liquor to stop thinking about random things that blocking up their, the flow. So let them have their drink.
But
Drink.
Dyson
drink a
nights, y'all.
lot,
Dyson
Dyson.
nights.
Now,
Dyson nights, y'all.
if she drinking Hennessy, that's another thing. That
Yeah,
different.
Red flag.
yeah, red
Yeah,
flag. Go
Women.
ahead.
Hennessy is a red flag. Sorry, but the Hennessy
Women.
drinkers. Sorry.
I'm gonna modify the statement. I'm gonna say women without fathers in their life, or women who grew up without their fathers in their life.
That's not all.
Still, no, I don't think
Hmm.
it's a red. I don't think it's a
I don't
red
think it's a
flag.
red
I
flag
mean,
either.
I don't think it's a red
That's
flag. I
a
don't think it's a red
that's
flag.
a yellow flag or
Maybe
orange.
yellow.
Yeah.
I don't
Next
think
That's
it's
like
a
one.
red
that's
flag.
an in between flag.
I don't
No,
think it's a red flag.
but I could see daddy issues people can go one or the other way. One, they can be overly clingy to the man, or they could be low key hate men and just in the relationship to make punish you for what they daddy didn't do or
Yeah,
did do. So that's still, it's an orange flag for me. I get it.
Orange
Fellas,
flag.
please be good fathers to your children. Let's move on.
exactly.
Yep, 100%. All right, women who party every weekend.
Yeah, no, hard pass.
Yeah,
That's a good.
they could be slim. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
All
Next
right,
one.
two of these are the same. Women who are previously married, multiple divorcees.
oh yeah,
Wait, say it again.
Women previously married slash multiple divorcee.
Okay.
Multiple divorces.
Multiples. Okay. I could see
Uh,
yeah,
that.
red flag, red flag.
I agree. Okay, I agree because if one, I understand it could be
Right.
his problem, but when it
Yes,
Right.
comes to two and three, it's
yes,
definitely
You're the
your
it's
problem.
problem.
definitely you.
You're
You
the
are the
problem.
problem.
That's why I
Yes.
don't blame Kanye. Let's move on.
Let's
Next
move
one.
on.
Oh, that's right.
All right, this is a touchy one. It's a touchy one.
What's
Uh-oh.
that?
Plus sized or unhealthy women.
Hot and red flag. I ain't touching me. Yeah, y'all can roll out. Hey, literally roll out.
I think I,
I like
I
this
think I
comment
think
from
that's
go ahead, Doc.
I think that's a personal opinion. Personal
That
taste.
is a
I think
personal opinion.
that's a personal taste. That's personal taste. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
personal taste.
whatever.
Yeah, I like this
All right.
comment from Kay Wood saying if a woman have options, she wouldn't be likely to sleep with someone's husband. And I agree with that. I don't
Right.
see unless she's a nasty gal who
Right.
just again, if she hate
Tyson,
men, if she hate
Tyson,
herself, you
Tyson.
know,
Some women
yeah,
get the thrill out of getting with
Thank you.
somebody's
I
husband.
was just about to say it.
yes.
I was just
So
about to
that's what
say
I
it. There you
call
go.
nasty gals. That's
Yeah.
what I call. I mean,
Whereas she
when
They
I
got
get
say
a thrill
nasty,
with
I don't
messing
mean
around
like
with
she
people's
don't.
husbands, bro.
hmm
Come on.
I don't mean she don't bait. I mean in her mind she have
Right.
nasty thoughts because
Yeah.
I know women who do things go and sleep with other people simply because they either don't like their girlfriend, don't like their
Yeah.
wife, or they don't have no interest in the person, but they doing stuff to spite, and
Just
that
Yeah,
that's just a nasty mentality,
it
and
is.
yeah, that's
it
red
is.
flag. They ain't get eat.
It is.
They ain't get eat.
Yeah. They ain't gonna eat. I agree.
All right. Last one. Last one.
Mhm.
Another one that's kind of touchy, but women on dating apps.
Red flag.
What you doing on a dating
Y'all
app, man?
being y'all sure that ain't just
I
y'all age talking
disagree.
now.
I disagree.
Nobody meet somebody in the real world, bro. People could be who they want to be on a dating
I
app. You understand?
disagree. But that's why you go on dates to get to know them in person.
But guess what? Here's the thing. If you meet, listen, I have a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call. I ain't trying to call no names, right?
Mm-hmm.
He meet his baby mama on a dating app.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, she was doing all types of shit on that dating app. Because people can be what they want to be description wise on a dating app.
I have 3 friends who
Uh
are
huh.
married to
Hmm.
guys they've met on dating apps, and
Good for them.
their marriages are going fantastic. So
I
your one example versus the 3 that I know personally,
Hmm.
I feel
Who
like
was
you can
who was
meet
on a dating app? The
sucky
guys or the
people
women?
in person, and you can meet sucky people on apps. It doesn't matter
Who was
where.
on a dating app? The guys or the women?
Hey,
Both of
hey,
them. That's
back in
how
the
they met on there. How do you
Oh,
think
they
it
was
worked?
promiscuous
Me,
as hell.
my best friend,
let me
she's one
Both
of
of them was
them.
promiscuous. They was promiscuous as hell. I ain't trying to hear.
No, they
Debbie is
were.
They
not
let me
promiscuous
promiscuous.
on both
I'm gonna
ends.
leave
I,
That's a
me
red
leave
flag.
Debbie
This-
alone.
my
Red
I
flag.
I have
No,
I have a
I think
story. I
okay,
have a
let's hear the
story.
story.
I met a woman. It wasn't really a dating app, but back in the day they call it MSN Messenger. If
uh-huh.
Hmm.
everybody remember that. All
Sure
right.
did.
We had no cameras then.
Right.
Okay. Wasn't no camera on all the devices. And she told me she's 5'1" and 120 pounds and all this stuff.
Do tell.
Okay.
When
When
she
I
was
went to pick
Small
her
lady.
16.
up, when I went to pick her up,
Yeah.
her description was not close to what she
There
described.
you
It
go.
sound like Friday.
Okay, so all I'm trying to say is the thing about the dating app is, like Juan said, people tend to exaggerate,
Yeah,
embellish, whatever on the dating app, and I just think you got to be careful with that. That's all.
that's it. That's all I'm
I
trying
mean,
to say.
just got to be careful.
I think all around, and since this is the last point, I think all around you have to be careful because
Yeah.
dating has changed a lot, and it has a lot to do with technology.
Mhm.
Yes.
We have to understand, and this is something that I feel very strongly about. I believe right now the entire world is on a hustle, like on every level. Countries hustling right now. Countries going to war with other countries because I mean, why we want it? In 2023, it's literally because it's a hustle.
Mhm.
Whenever you trying to pursue something with such passion, it's because there is something about that you desire, or something about it you want to get from it. You understand what I'm saying? And that it points back to how we started this thing, whereas people, not just women, but both women and men, go into these first states not being their true selves,
Mm.
right? And when you base any relationship or the start of any relationship on a foundation of lies, you lie to
Yep.
your own self. There's
Yep.
only doom in the future for that, which is why most of my relationships started where I worked, almost all, because there was no expectations there. I simply got to know the person genuinely from seeing them on a regular basis. Now, again, times have changed.
Yeah.
Facebook is like the biggest community still in the world. You understand what I'm saying? And with things like the pandemic happening, who knows? Sooner or later, we may only have the dating apps in order to meet people. It's a possibility. I know there's a lot of lonely people during the pandemic. They say the viewership of porn during the pandemic was astronomical. So of course, people people out there need people. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to this list, there's something that I think we talked about before, and y'all could just chime on it quickly for your final words. I know two situations where a man proposed to a woman, put the ring on her finger, and then the woman took the ring and went and bought her own ring, the one that she bet she more liked, for her to use as her wedding ring throughout the entire course of the situation. Now, some would say that's kind of disrespectful. I say, if that's the ring that you want and you willing to go buy it, by all means. If you don't want to eat Cheesecake Factory, you want to go to a fancy restaurant, by all means. But when that check come, don't look in my eye. Do not look me in my eye. Don't look down. Look in your pocket, because that's
But
you.
but but,
If
but Dyson Knight, according to
we
Hans,
go in
you could
Dutch.
afford that.
I don't care. We going.
There you
If
go.
I could afford it, and this is your point. This was your point, one. This is your point. If I could afford it and you want it, that means you could afford it too.
Yep.
Period.
Otherwise, don't want what you can't afford. Don't
I agree
Period.
want
with that.
what you are not willing to give.
Definitely don't request anything you can't give yourself.
And that's my
Word.
that's my words on the matter. Who I'll go
That's
first?
right.
One
That's
more.
right, y'all. And when y'all ladies want to get mad at us boys on the Sup'm Show, y'all get mad at Hans.
any final any any final words, y'all? I gotta bring another female on this show to help Hans out, because
To help me out.
speaking about, yeah, speaking about speaking about other females, we saw a comment from Erica earlier, who is also a life coach, and she expressed some wanting to get on the show next week, ladies and gentlemen. We do have the topic is going to be why we buy expensive things, and we could go really deep into that. So I'm looking forward to that. So you make sure you subscribe to the Sup'm Show on the YouTube or on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. We're here on Sundays at 6:30 Eastern time, and we'd love to have you, especially in the comments. And you can give us suggestions as the topics you want to hit as well. It's about talk to transformation. I know we crack jokes on here, but we're really trying to improve mankind, the way we think. We're trying to be honest with ourselves and be honest with other people. Any
The
final
way our,
words on this topic of the
the way
first
our
date?
JP
Dating
thinks, you know
etiquette?
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
Um,
going first?
I'll kick it off. So I have to say, I went through this list with my wife, and she initially said that's a crazy list, and then I said to her, you realize you're not on this list at all, and I think it was kind of a shock. She didn't realize it, but she doesn't check any box on this list. She's not a divorcee. She don't have purple hair. She doesn't party every weekend. She doesn't drink all the time. She got no tattoos. So I'm saying she's not on this list at all, and she's my wife. So there must be some merit to this list. I mean,
Hmm.
that's all I could say about that. She's my wife
Powerful.
for a reason. She's my wife for a reason, and I'm happily married to her for a reason. She's not on this list at all, right? So that's one thing. Second thing is, um, you said something deep about that first date. Make sure you're who you are, and bring who you are as a person on that first date. Don't try to make expectations more than they should be. If you can't afford Greycliff, don't carry her to Greycliff. I don't care how pretty you think she is. If you can't afford Greycliff, don't carry her to Greycliff. Show her who you are, what you have to offer, and if she can't appreciate you for that, men, then that's it. You just call that a loss, and then you move on to the next one. I still believe men should date women. I'm old fashioned that way. I still believe a man should date a woman. If I ask her out, I'm going to pay for it. If I ask her to join me, I still probably pay for it.
Yep.
I don't hear no conversation. I just pay for it and be done. But I still think men should date women. I think dating should be a process.
Mhm.
Is to me it was a tool. If I saw you more than once, it's for a reason. You passed the first date, you passed the first test, and now I'm willing to spend more or do more for you. Now we could go skydiving. Now we could go on a cruise. Now we could do that stuff, but I'm not doing that on the first date. You crazy. And I think it's
Fine.
absurd to think anything like that. I think it's absurd to think that you deserve that on the first date when the person don't know who you are, what you stand for. All right. I just took my wife out on a bamboo shack date on Friday. We had a bamboo
That's what I'm
shack
talking
date. We
about.
sat in the car. We sat in the car. We had a shack. You know what I'm saying? That's a date.
That's a
So
great date. Shout
men
out
know
Bamboo
your worth.
Shop
Know your worth, men.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Who in next? Ants? One? Any final
No,
words?
no, no. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go after Ernst.
Go
No, she
ahead.
said
I
she
have no
done.
final words today.
She's given.
Come
She has
on,
given it
man.
all.
Come on.
Okay,
She has
here's what I'll
given.
say. A person's
Too smart.
standards are their standards.
Right.
No matter what any man has to say, no matter what any woman has to say, there is somebody for everybody. Some of these women who made this exact same list may end up
Mhm.
with exactly who they're looking for.
Ah,
Yep.
true.
That's powerful.
Facts.
That's
Very
Facts.
true.
powerful.
Very true. Very true.
Applause.
All right. Um. Just as much as in now society, I'm not speaking 15, 20 years ago. The now society, now times, the social media era that we're in right now. As much as these females like to claim that they're worth this and they're worth that, the majority of them broke. Now I'm not talking about every female. I'm talking about the females that endorse this list. The majority of the same people you hear screaming, but yeah, you go, girl. Their relationship is broken. They don't have no man. They don't have two pennies to rub together to put between they nothing. Nothing. These are the same people as men you should avoid at all costs. Because in the end, you're not going to benefit from it in no way, shape, or form. It all goes towards what they can get out of you. Once again, not all. Very important because God damn you females like to get in your feelings. Not
But
all.
you don't.
I'm not in my feelings. I just speak facts. Who don't agree with me, just don't agree. Let me keep it pushing.
Opinions.
Fair. Fair enough.
Hey, did Hans not just give her closing statement?
Yeah. I don't know how
It's
she
like, hey,
getting on
your
this.
chance is gone. You should have said that.
I
You
don't
should have
know.
said that. You should have
Do you
said
need
all
more
that
time?
when
You
you
want
was talking.
Ants? You
This
want
is
more
J
time?
big time now. This J
You
this
want more
big J
time?
big time.
Whew.
Yeah, you had your chance, huh?
Mhm. Next time, you going first.
But I said, he's like, no, I'm a weak, so yeah, you go for that, man. It's me.
All right, it's powerful, man.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is like my brother Kent Bazard say, if you work all your life as a productive man, as a good man, not a nice man, there's a difference. There's a big difference between a good guy and a nice guy.
Big,
I'm
big
a,
difference.
I'm a good guy. I'm
Mhm,
not a nice guy.
mhm.
Not at all. I don't want to be a nice. See, the nice guy takes whatever you throw at him and he just deals with it. I'm a good guy. You throw me shit, I'm gonna throw you extra shit right back at you. Trust me. Go ahead and ask Ken. You know me all my life. So what I'm trying to say is that the same way how the people that created this list claim to know their worth, don't fake it as a man. Work hard and actually become that dude that has some type of worth to you. This way, you really worth it for real, for real.
For
And
real,
these
for real.
little lists and bullshit wouldn't even phase you
Yeah,
because you actually know your actual worth.
bing.
And on top of that, I'm ending with this. Please control that guy downstairs, man. Because that guy down there got many men in jail, got many men dead, got many men with a bunch of kids out here.
Broke.
Control that guy down there. Think with this first before you think with that. Trust me. You'll thank me later.
All right, and that's it. Ladies, stay pretty, or you could be hungry.
Sit
It's episode 59. It's
up
next
a
up
noodle.
is episode 60. Why we buy expensive things. Thank you, gents and lady. It's been a great show. Next week,
I'm trying to go twice and shit, man.
Oh, whatever.
which, yeah, okay, we here.
Yeah. We go,
No,
you go once, Hans, no twice. Once, man, once.
you on the
Gee,
wrong side, one. You on the wrong side.
boy, am I camera on the right side? This way?
Yeah.
That way.
Now I look like you're
Okay.
on the wrong side, but it is all good. You're on the
Okay. All
wrong
right.
side, you're on the Dyson knife. You tell me this.
Good night.
Peace out, y'all.